Boom.
Bosh! Yes, what's good, everybody? You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's in, he's here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. Yes, what's good, everybody? I'm going to say exactly the same thing I said yesterday. What did I say yesterday? Well, not exactly the same thing I said yesterday, because that'd be the same video. I might as well repost the video. We're not doing that. We don't do that round here. No way, no shape, no form. We try to come up with some new bullshit news. That's what we try to do. It's a wild place, is this Twitter larker, boys. But I've had my first telling off. Pretty funny. Some gadget. I just put a few LUFC posts, like a couple of tongue-in-cheek ones. Put some on about Aronson today. Just now, I'm going to see if Holt comes back. Any wild accusations come back. But yeah, this guy, they're called Rob or something. And but that's what it's all about, innit? It's funny, really. I've been told off by one of my subscribers, Man in the Shed, for not being happy to call it X. I'm just not willing to call it X yet. I can't do it. He said that you all went through that a year ago. Well, either I'm old as shit or I'm not into it yet. I can see it there behind me there, or behind the screen, not behind me. And it says X. I can see that, but still in the URL it says twitter.com, so I'm sticking with it. Do tweet me if you follow me, because I'll end up following a load of robots if I just follow. But I've got, since as soon as you get like a couple of follows, they just all like fly in and then you lose them all and you get them all again. It's like topsy-turvy. Because I used to be quite active on Twitter back in the day when it were Twitter and it were real. Even though I actually like X. But no, I've just called it X by accident. I've already tripped myself up. Follow me on Twitter. Plymouth tomorrow. I'm all in. I'm all in. Plymouth have got 5 players out. I don't know who they are. I don't know where they play. I don't care. I just saw the headline. I forgot to say quick shit vid. So quick shit vid. Let's go. BBC won. Win this. We get Chelsea or Villa. Boosh. I'd rather have Chelsea because for 2 reasons. I think we've got more chance of beating them, and it's a bigger fixture, isn't it? I know Villa have done really well this year and stuff, and Chelsea are pap. But it's a bigger fixture, innit? That's what we all want. Come on, let's be honest. Shackleton, I was hoping we're going to get a start tomorrow, because there's been a lot of talk about him out of contract at end of season. Farke said in his in the interview today that he does really like him, and that he looks better in the Leeds shirt. That was a terrible impression of him, but he wants him in that Leeds shirt. I do like Shackleton. He works his socks off. Getting loads of shit on Twitter, but I'm going to try and not just talk about Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, but I'm going to try and not just talk about it relentlessly. But it's just it's the Wild West. It really is madness. But it'd be interesting to see what happens to him, really. Apparently they do want him to stay. Apparently they're in some sort of contract talks. But yeah, he's ill, so it's unlikely he'll play. James and Struick are still out, and we are straight into Saturday from Tuesday, which I know is not... That's probably about normal in Championship, but we've obviously just played Friday, Tuesday, Saturday. You know, the games rack up, as you all well know. Follow me on Twitter, but so we've just got to keep moving. But I think it'll be plenty of changes, won't there, tomorrow, but I still think he'll put out a pretty strong side. I think Anthony will get a start. Obviously, this new Connor Roberts gadget can't start. He's ineligible or illegible or inedible. I don't know which one it is. Somebody help me out. Although even if you wrote it out, because I can't hear you, I still won't. I'll be able to see it and read it, but I won't be able to say it. So just interested. Got the old ticker thinking. That's not your ticker, is it? Your ticker's your heart. But my heart, I do think with my heart a lot of the time when it comes to Leeds. So does Archie Gray lose his place to Connor Roberts against Rotherham? Or some people are saying he goes straight into centre mid. I personally think neither of them two things happen. I think he'll play Archie Gray at right back against Rotherham, and I think he'll start to edge him in a bit like he did with Spice. I can't talk. A bit like he did with Spence, and then obviously Spence got his chance. I know he was left back for a lot of it, but then something happened. But that's by the by. But I think if he is going to try and integrate him into the side, he won't just start him. I don't think it's fair on Gray. I don't think he's going to want to swap out Kamara. I can't see him pulling Gruev out for Archie Gray. My only thing with Gruev, and I'm probably going to get a bit of shit for this, he's gone mad again. He's gone nuts again at this boy. But he does come extremely deep for the ball, so he does have a lot of time on the ball, and he's mint on the ball, but he does come extremely deep for it. And I do think it compromises Kamara a little bit. And Archie Gray wouldn't necessarily come that deep. I saw a thing with Roy Keane and Paul Scholes, and they were on about like how they find it a bit frustrating when the centre midfielder goes and gets it off the centre back. I mean, Ampadu has been playing centre mid in that role all year for us. So do you really need to be that deep? Or can Ampadu play them balls? Should you be getting it 10 yards further forward? I'm not complaining because we've been in fine form, and I love how Gruev sort of sweeps everything up and he's really clean and crisp on the ball. It's not even, to be honest, it's not even a criticism against Gruev. It's just, I'm just talking out loud, as you always talk out loud. But I'm thinking in, it goes, I'm thinking, then I'm receiving, I'm recepting, and I'm sending out into the ether. And I'm not editing, as we can all imagine. Follow me on Twitter. So Phillips got loads of shit when he played against Scum. Other day, they were all chanting and stuff. It makes me laugh, them lame little weasels. Like, what's it all about? I mean, I love it, to be fair, and he was getting involved in it. You know, it just shows that we are a big club. That's why, you know, Chef View I just don't see them as our rivals whatsoever. I know they do, and they can't get enough of us, and they can't get it out of their head. And I know I've got a Wilder video at the end of this, but only because I find it extremely comical. So, what you gonna do about it, boy? 49ers, this was wild. I mean, I sort of knew this anyway from when they bought us, but the 49ers net worth, allegedly, you got to take all this with a bit of a pinch of salt, haven't you, to be fair, because it's, you know, Forbes or whatever can get it wildly wrong, but £50 billion are reported to be worth, and it's the 11th richest sport entity in the globe. So that is wild, isn't it? But I tell you what is even more wild. So, because obviously the estimates have gone up and down, and there's a certain amount of money that's been invested, etc. But that's obviously 49ers net worth as a whole. But we are currently, as it stands, the third in the championship in terms of net worth. So Stoke and QPR, so we're third everywhere in this championship. Stoke are apparently worth a combined amount of 9.4 billion, and QPR are worth 17.7 billion. So I don't really know what's happened in... This is what I mean, where you got to take it with a pinch of salt, because they're saying 50 billion, but then I would imagine there's all sorts of, you know, it gets dispensed out and whatever, and they've only got a certain share in it, so it gets cut and all this stuff. So I don't really know. I am, as I'm sure you can all imagine, I know 50 is a bigger number than 17.7 and 9.4, but that's what I've read. I've delivered it to the best of my ability, and, you know, that is what it is. Follow me on Twitter. Be interesting tomorrow. I've said it's on the Beeb, innit, on BBC, one of them bastard weasels with licence fee that refuse to pay. But not that I watch it, because I don't watch BBC at home. I don't even have a TV licence. But yeah, another away win. Everybody's saying, oh, it's shit to travel and that, which it is, but it's also mint to get that away form. Work. Follow me on Twitter with the work. See you all tomorrow with the work. I might go live when we work. I might do a game reaction, work. I might play with my erection, work.
The way they've been, the results they've had, 1 defeat in 13. I've got Muppets from Leeds talking about pressures on us, and Bamford and Forshaw and a couple of others, and it's over to you and this, that and the other. They got beat 7 times since Christmas. We've been beaten once. We've set it up from Christmas to be in the race.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch. JackCity, bitch. Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask.